Okay, today is March 15th and I am going to be doing a bee inspection real quick on our hive. So the temperature outside is about 82 degrees. We've hit a couple of days where it's actually gotten into 100 degrees or more, or there was at least one day where it got over 100 degrees here, but it's mainly kind of been in the 90s more or less down here. We've got, just kind of looking around at some of the plants that are didn't mean to pull up the inner cover too. We've got some of the plants that are, oh, it's stuck together with purpose. So some of the plants that we've got that are pollinating right now, or that have pollen on them, is definitely the mesquite bush down here in South Texas, and then also the huisache. I was just looking up in some of the trees. The huisaches have been blooming for a couple of weeks, but the mesquites, I just looked around and I'm starting to see blooms on them now. So they're starting to pollen, or I'm seeing pollen on them now. So we're going to go ahead and dive into here and see what's going on. Yep. My inner cover was stuck. Was stuck on there. Let me see if I can spoke up just a little bit more. Make sure we get a fair amount of smoke down in those bees. So here's what we're going to be doing today. What I'd like to be doing today is I want to, of course, go through the normal inspection, but I want to see about possibly rearranging some frames because they have been congregating to one side, and I want to see about placing them, or kind of rearranging those frames a little bit. And the other thing is they were running out of sugar water last time, and I want to go ahead and redo that sugar water for them today. So we're going to go ahead and start our inspection. We've got frame 1 that I'm pulling right now. And we have nothing on frame 1. Matter of fact, I'm going to put this down here. I built this frame, or hive stand, where it has some frame holders on the bottom. Okay. Let's go to frame number 2, see what we got here. Frame number 2. We're empty. Let's go to frame number 3. We're empty on frame number 3. Go to frame number 4. We're virtually empty here as well. Getting into frame number 5. We see some markings on there, like maybe they're thinking about drawing up some comb. Got a few more bees on there, looking a little more active, but essentially no drawing comb, not much going on there. As we look on the back side of frame number 6, or on the front side, I guess, on our side, I can see some starting to get into some drawing comb. We got it stuck together by get that frame a little bit stuck together. Let me get it unstuck. Okay, so we're going into frame number 6. It's a lot heavier. All right, we got some bird comb on the bottom that we need to take care of, and I'm not seeing anything on this side, but if we flip it over, We have a lot of drawn comb. Let me see what's going on. I'm not seeing anything in there. It looks like they're just drawn comb. We've got some pollen that they're stacking away over here. We've got some capped stuff on the top. It may looks like it's just kind of some bird comb right there, maybe, and some honey right there. I'm not really seeing much in the way of larva or brood on this frame. Maybe some kind of down in the middle. Kind of looks like there may be something going on right there. Let me see if I can. We got some cap stuff. Looks, yep, that's larva down there. We got some cap larva on this one. I'll go ahead and put this one back. Well, before I put it back, I'm going to hang it on my frame hive stand. And I want to get some of that burr comb off. Got some burr comb down here. I'm just going to scrape off real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and put this. You know, we got some burr comb kind of sticking up right here as well that I'm going to go ahead and scrape off. And kind of building it up right here. I'm going to kind of get that knocked down a little bit. A little bit more right here. Okay, let's go ahead and put this frame back in. Alright, now we're getting into frame 7 and 8. These are been the more active frames, so I'm going to go ahead and jump around here where I can see them a little bit better. First thing I'm noticing is we got a lot of bird comb on frame number 7. And this is where we had all of the brood and everything last time, so I'm excited to see if anything has been hatching and what it looks like. So, if I remember right, that was full of brood last time, and it sure looks like maybe some stuff has been hatching. At least I hope it is. But we still got a lot of capped, what looks like capped brood on this cell, on this side. If I'm looking down deep inside these empty cells on this side, it looks like the queen is laying new eggs, because we've got new eggs coming in there. We're looking good. See if we can flip it over. On this side, if I remember right, that a lot of this was not capped last time, but now we've got a lot of capped cells here. So we ought to be getting, in the next 2 weeks, a lot of new bees coming in. As I'm looking around the outside, I'm seeing some larvae. I'm seeing larvae on the outside, eggs on the outside. So we got a queen that she's doing what she needs to be doing. You know, I'm just looking around to see if by any chance can I spot that queen. Is she around? Okay, let's put this frame back. Then I'm going to get on to the next frame, and this is the one that had the unique comb on it last time. So we're going to pull it and see, and that one had a lot of eggs on it as well, a lot of larvae and eggs and everything else. So if we pull it up and we're on the back side of frame number 8, we don't see anything really on the back side. But as we flip it, yep, there it is. We have a lot of capped brood again. I'm seeing some larvae, so I'm looking down in there. I'm seeing eggs. I'm not seeing many eggs, but I am seeing some eggs. So we're still doing good here. And the way the bees are buzzing almost makes me think that maybe that queen is here. Okay, well, I'm going to put this one back. What I'm going to do, because the bees seem to be wanting to only draw out comb on this one and this one for some reason. So for the first couple of frames. And it may be that they just don't have enough workers to expand yet. Maybe they aren't seeing that as expandable space. I'm not quite sure, but I want to encourage them to hopefully draw out some more. Last time I did this, that I put a frame in there right here, they wound up drawing out a whole bunch of comb really quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this frame over here that is virtually empty. I'm going to slide it right in here, and we're going to see next week to see if, well, it might be a couple of weeks before we get back, to see if the bees go ahead and start drawing out some of that comb. I'll just move all these frames back over. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give them more sugar water, because I want to make sure that they've got the resources that they need. The fact that they've been drawing out so much, or been using that sugar water, makes me want to go ahead and refill it. Let's see if this frame will fit down in there. Yes, it will. Okay, kind of. There we go. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the inner cover back on. Trying not to mash any bees. Let's see. Let's try this on a different method. Well, that brush made them mad. And that concludes the inspection for today.